Home cooking has changed a lot in the last 20 or 30 years. Now, home cooks are looking for a lot more efficiency during the weekday cooking. They're looking for products that help them cook a quality meal quickly. At the same time, they have learned a lot about ingredients, how they go together, and then expectations have raised in terms of eating very well throughout the entire week. When we take a look at how people are cooking on the weekends, we see a lot of oven usage. The reason for that is that there's a lot of distinct flavors that you can get from ovens. If you can think of the browning and roasting and grilling and the flavors that come with that, that's something that people aspire to. It's part of the healthy and high quality cooking. People have found that difficult to produce with your traditional oven during the week.
People, I think, spend a lot of time with their wall ovens trying to figure them out, see what foods work best at what temperatures and where, and even positioning in the oven if there's a hot spot or a cold spot, and trying to maneuver their food in order to get the results that they want.
A lot of the wall ovens are flawed because it fails to do the one thing that it's meant to do, which is being able to control the temperature to accuracy. Traditional ovens use mechanical thermostat, which regulates the temperature. The downside is it fluctuates the internal cavity temperature range, in some cases more than 20 or so degrees.
The ideal outcome really when designing a smart oven is just to get good, consistent food results every time. There's a number of things that we look at that. We look at the airflow, we look at the elements, we look at temperature control, which is extremely important. It's a combination of all of those things then that will give the user the ultimate food result.
Element IQ is a system that we use to move heat around the oven where and when it's needed. We adjust the density of heat across the element to make sure that the heat is very, very even and intense. We also power the elements independently via triacs to control where the heat is powered and when, from the top and bottom, front and back.
Element IQ system work in combination with the hardware and the software. The hardware will consist of the heating elements and how each of the heating elements are individually calibrated to different power watt density. So you get one heating element and it will have different sections of that heating element to provide different types of energy. And you've got PID, which is a software aspect of the Element IQ system, which consistently monitors the environment and adjusts the power output so that it knows where to shift the power to create this ultimate, cooking environment.
What we've done is actually put the radiant energy and the power where we need it when we're cooking. So if we're seeing lighter at the front of the oven, we put more power and more watts density at the front of the oven. If we want more power on the bottom, if you wanted a crispy base on your pizza, then we put more power on the bottom.
It means you can dehydrate without cooking. It means you can proof dough without it killing the yeast. It means you can roast a whole chicken. There's a vast variety of cooking methods that benefit from the triac-controlled heating elements. We do thousands of hours of testing. Every food type cooked in the oven is vigorously interrogated, and it's something that we take very seriously. We do many versions of different kinds of tests to try and optimize the cooking performance so the user doesn't have to. What the end result is a food menu that's pre-programmed into the oven. So you can just choose pizza, you can choose toast without needing to think about how the oven works. The things we've introduced are slow cooking, proofing, dehydrating, air frying. Proofing is it's unprecedented in a benchtop oven. Dehydrating is usually in a dedicated dehydrator. It's now built in as an oven feature. Air frying as well, it's now built in as an oven feature.
One of the reasons we find that people love the smart ovens is that you are able to do a 30-minute prep or a 30-minute cook, which means that you can do oven cooking during the middle of the week. And that means that people can deliver browning, roasting sort of flavors and crunchy textures during the week. And families love that.
Smart ovens definitely increase people's confidence, people's willingness to try new things because they don't get the failures and the kind of disappointment.
Personally, I have one at home and I haven't turned my built-in oven on for 3 years.
What I'm most proud of is really just seeing how other people use these ovens and seeing them sharing recipes and getting excited about food and what they're making in these ovens. Really, that kind of comes down to all the kind of hard work and the testing and everything that we did in order to make them as accurate and consistent as possible, and then basically the good food result is really what's to show at the end.